where there is rumble in the Senate over appropriation, and the distinguished senators have wielded the big stick. Now the Senate has suspended Senator Abdul Ningi for 3 months following allegations of budget padding to the tune of 3.6 trillion naira. And this followed a motion raised by Senator Olamilekan Adeola on urgent need to address the false allegations by Senator Ningi. The session became heated when majority of the senators clamored for the suspension to be reduced from 12 to 3 months. Let's share some of the moments with you.
Let me concur to about 80% of the translation read out by Senator Yai. I think they have done a fair job, except on some issues that they could not understand. First, I have never said somebody was blinded. Secondly, I have never said the budget was padded.
Those in support of the suspension for 3 months say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Right, we've seen all that drama. Mujid, let me have your perspective on this, because it's not the first time we've heard of budget padding, and now we're hearing this again in this Senate. What do you make of this unfolding development?
Yeah, my takeaway would be from the point of the issue raised by the Senate leader, Senator Poyemi Bamidele. I think he puts it in the right perspective, saying that this issue of padding is not whether they are trying to expose anything. Their target is to remove Akpabio. I mean, who they think has served to their hands. And he gave a chronicle of how, even during about the last time anybody from the south of this country was Senate president was more than 40 years ago. And that the last time anybody from the southern part of the country was a Senate president was during Obasanjo. And he went further to say that only northerners have served the full term of 4 years. And he gave examples: Saraki 4 years, Lawan 4 years, and the man from Benue did 8 years. So he said, look at when, David Mark, look at when it was zoned to the southeast in quick successions. Ewerem, Okadigbo, Wabara. All of them, within a space of 4 years, they were removed. He said the same thing as what they want to do to Akpabio. Now, let's come back to the issue on the ground. You claim that budget was padded by 3.7 trillion. And the chairman of the Senate Appropriation Committee, Olamilekan Adeola, the one we call Yayi, gave a breakdown of 9 items in the exclusive list that were not, the details were not given to in the budget. And he mentioned some of them to include Ted Fund, UBEC, the National Assembly, the Judiciary, I think the police, and some other agencies. 9 of them that were not, okay, and including INEC, said their budget are submitted differently, that they don't give their breakdown. But when you add all this together, it comes to 3.7 trillion. And they all agreed. Well, and this issue, you met with the Senate President on Friday when you raised this issue, and you said you appointed some consultants, quote and unquote, who gave you a wrong information, consultants who don't understand the workings of the National Assembly. And and
he paid them 3 million.
Paid the consultants 3 million to get yourself embarrassed like this, get yourself suspended for 3 months. Now your constituency in Bauchi, they have lost representation for the next 3 months. In fact, the Akpabio was even mild. Somebody suggested 12 months. They now begged for 6. Before, so the Senate chamber is a serious place. I mean, when people like this, a senator, to the extent that you said you somebody forwarded something to you, you posted it on Facebook as a senator, when all of you agreed that there should be no press conference on this issue, and this issue will be resolved.
He didn't wait. He was granting interviews up and down.
He was granting interviews up and down there. BBC also service.
BKO, this might be likely seen as political from the perspective by Muji, but what do you make of this, and how do you see this affecting, or let me put it this way, some are saying that perhaps this matter should be investigated. Perhaps there might be an element of truth. What do you make of all of this that has just unfolded?
What do you want to investigate? The matter has been put to rest. The person who brought the allegation, with his own mouth, he said he did not say there was budget padding. Yeah. What are you investigating? Because what riled people was the talk of budget padding and all that. And he said he never said so. Does that not show clearly to you that he has no case? If you cannot prove budget padding, if you are saying you didn't talk about budget padding, so what are the issues that you are contending against? I saw where he said, oh, some constituencies, got as much as 120 billion, that in his own senatorial district he got 3 billion. That is the thing that is paining him.
Yeah, that's it.
He said some got 50 billion, some got 10 billion. So it's not even really an issue of budget padding. It's about, in his view, inequitable distribution
of resources,
of projects and all that. No, this didn't start today. And senatorial zones, by size, are never the same.
They're never the same.
They're never the same. You look at the senatorial zone in Lagos, for example, by size. Lagos is the smallest state in our country. You want to compare their senatorial zone to Kano Central? Is there any senatorial zone in Lagos that you can compare to Kano Central? Kano Central will give you the votes that an entire state can give you.
Yeah.
More than 400,000 guaranteed votes. Any election. Even when Senator Shekarau did not stand for election, 400,000 votes still went. It didn't start because it was too late to remove his name and all that. It was not on the ballot. 400,000 votes still went to a non-existent candidate.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it is right to give so much, but I know that they are not, by nature, they are not even the same. If there is a big project in a particular senatorial zone, you will expect that they will appropriate a lot more money there. So this is what we are seeing. But unfortunately for him, even fellow senators from the north, they disowned him with alacrity. They didn't waste time. Since yesterday,
the Sokoto State governor, former Sokoto governor, Tambuwa, disowned him.
And they are in the same party. You know, because some of what he was saying, what was reported, he said, oh, this is against the North. Why are some politicians bent on setting Nigerians against one another along religious and ethnic lines? What is the meaning of this?
The same issue they raised when the CBN was moving.
I'm disappointed in Ningi because Abdul Ningi, I've known Abdul Ningi since around year 2000, 2001. He's one of the most experienced in that Senate. He may not have been there in the Senate for that long, but he always finds a way to come back.
He's a ranking senator.
He's a very senior senator, a leader in his own right.
In fact, he's the chairman of the Northern Senators.
And then you just go and embarrass yourself. You are now saying to everyone that you did not say there was a pardon. You did not accuse Akpabio. If there are issues among Nigerians want good governance, if there are issues that they need to resolve, they should resolve it among them. I heard Jarigbe too, complaining about money that some people got.
500 million.
See, at the end of the day, this Senate, they will have no honor. If they don't sit down and clean up their hearts.
Right.
And Akpabio as leader has to button up his sleeves because Akpabio just talks the way he likes.
Yeah.
You can't turn everything to a joke.
Right.
That's it.
It needs to be spoken to.
Right.
As a leader, there is a level that's expected. The standard of the spoken word that is expected of you. And Jarigbe ought to know, if Jarigbe feels that, I'm in a dirty Senate where the corruption thrives, he can resign.
Of course.
So that he will not soil himself.
Say some people got 500 million.
He didn't get anything.
So-called leaders didn't get.
Well, look at what Ningi was saying, that you know what I earn.
Right.
Well, you are Pabio, I don't know what you earn. I don't know all your staff. Is that
Must
the
you
issue?
know all his staff?
How can you know all his staff?
All right.
What is your business with knowing all his staff?
If we continue like this, we will not end up this show, but because of time factor, we have to end.
We have other things to do.
We have to end right now.
We are not
gentlemen.
jobless people who now prognosing into day-to-day running of.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
agency.
BKO and Majid
Busy people.
Jamu, thank you so much for your insights on these discussions we've had today. That's it on Journalist Hangout, folks. For tomorrow, join us again for another regular episodes of the program. You can watch a repeat broadcast of it tonight at 11. Join us again on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30. And we are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Esther Mapariola. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.